Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, it is entrepreneurship class 12th and our topic today is idea generation. Dear students, you already know that now we have already discussed two factors. One is opportunity and other is the selection of the product. Now we have got the opportunity, we have got the chance, and we have selected the product, that what product we are going to produce or manufacture. But before them, there is a stage which is known as idea generation. That when we generate an idea, when we have an idea, later on we will think about the opportunities, we will think about the selection of the product. But the first thing where from this opportunity and selection comes, it is idea generation. So idea generation, it is the basic thing, while as the opportunity and selection, these are the offsprings of idea generation. So idea generation with an entrepreneur, it is important. Without this idea generation, one cannot think to be an entrepreneur. It is the first and foremost thing with an entrepreneur, that I have an idea, I have to go to set out a business, I have to go to set out an enterprise. For that very purpose, he needs an idea. So the idea generation, it is the first thing that is needed for an entrepreneur. But there are so many things which compel an entrepreneur for this idea generation. So where from this idea comes? These are 9 things which are responsible for this idea generation. First thing is knowledge of potential customers. So the first thing with idea generation, an entrepreneur must have the knowledge of the potential customers. That who are the people who have the potential to buy my product, that product which I have an idea to go with in the market. So who are the people who can buy this product? So he must have the knowledge of the potential customers. Second thing is that this entrepreneur must be in the know of the emerging trend in demand for product. So the product that I am going to produce, or the product I am going to launch in the market, what is the trend in demand, present demand, emerging demand, whether the people need this, whether the people are in need of this or not, whether I will prove to be a successful entrepreneur in future or not. So he has idea generation. In idea generation, second thing is that he must know the emerging demand for the product which he is going to launch in the market. Third, that is scope of substitute products. So if an entrepreneur goes in the market with a substitute product, but he must know that whether there is scope for substitute product. If the product which is already available in the market, if he satisfies the needs of the customers, then what is the fun to go for a substitute product in the market? So he must know that whether the people need substitute market or it has a scope, if it is needed in the market. This is third thing in idea generation. Fourth thing is that this entrepreneur, he must go through the professional magazines, particularly in the field of these computers or in the field of new technology. Everything is in detail, and it is only available when he goes through different kinds of magazines, and these magazines are related to some professions. So professional magazines are needed in this regard. If he goes through professional magazines regularly, then an idea could come in his mind. Otherwise, he doesn't know that what are the trends in the market or what are the needs of the people. Fifth thing is success stories of relatives, of friends, of the people who have already been successful in this field. So in idea generation, one thing, that is fifth thing, it is very important for an entrepreneur that he must read the success stories of the people, of the entrepreneurs, or he must go to the friends, to the relatives who have been successful in this field. Many successful entrepreneurs in the past, they have just got this idea, the idea generation, they have got this idea from their relatives, from their friends, that when they had been successful, then and only then it was possible for this entrepreneur to go in this field. And sixth, it is he must go in the fairs and exhibitions. And then an idea can come to his mind that I will start this business. If he doesn't go anywhere, if he doesn't join the fairs and magazines, the idea cannot come to him. And then seventh, it is meeting government agencies. The entrepreneur has to go different kinds of agencies. He has to meet them, that whether I am going to start this business, I am going to start this enterprise, whether I will prove to be a successful entrepreneur or not. So he has to meet the government agencies in these fields. And then eighth, it is government policy, concession and incentives. So in this idea generation, he has to see that what are the government policies, what are the government regulations from time to time passed by this parliament or passed by state assemblies, or what are the concessions which are given to the people in particular fields, in particular enterprises, in manufacturing different things. What are the incentives, what are the concessions given by the government? So he has to go through the government policies, the concessions given by the government and the incentives given by the government. And ninth is new product by competitor. So he has to see that whether I am going to launch a new product, what is the position of my competitors, the people who have already who are going to launch the same product in the market. He has to see that how I can compete the other people, my competitors in the market, whether my business can be as successful or not. So he has this thing can give him an idea. So these are 9 things which are included in the idea generation. And then where from he will get this idea? But the sources of these things, so the first source is consumers. So he has to go to the consumers. He has to see the consumers for whom he is going to launch the product, for whom he is going to manufacture the product. He has to see the customers. He has to study the customers. He has to read the mentality of the customers. He has to read the customers in perspective of their passions, of their tastes, of their temperaments. He has to see all these things. And the second thing which can prove a source for this entrepreneur, it is existing products or services. He has to see that what are the products or what are the services which are already available in the market. He has to study these products and these services. Then and only then he can launch his product in the market. So in idea generation, his source of information, his source of idea generation, that is existing product or services. Third is distribution channel. When he is going to manufacture a thing, a product, but he has to see that I have to go to the target customer or consumer, whether I should go through the retailers, I should go through the wholesalers. So he has to see the intermediaries, that who are the channels through whom I am going to my target customer. So he has to see the distribution channels, the agencies through whom he is going to reach this customer. Fourth is government regulations. So the source which can provide him the idea generation, that is the government regulations passed at different times, but the state assemblies or those by the parliament. So he has to see the government regulations, that what government is going to, what are the government, the ideas from the government, What are the ideas from the political setup in regard of this idea generation? So government regulations passed from time to time. He has to go through these regulations that were the concessions given by the government. What are the laws which are passed from time to time in regard, in context of this product? And last but not the least, it is research and development. So he has to research R&D. These are the two important things before for the idea generation. That this research and development, it can be done internally or externally. So he has to see that whether the research and development is possible, that for the product I am going to launch in the market. So in idea generation, he has to see the research pattern, the development pattern, whether tomorrow I am going to ahead of my competitors, whether there are development chances or not, whether the new research is possible in this, whether the modern technology can be introduced or not. So he has to see these are the sources of information for this entrepreneur. So this is enough for the day. I think you would have got an idea about the idea generation of an entrepreneur for the product he is going to launch in the market, for the product he is going to introduce in the market. So this is enough for the day. Thanks.